Sure.
Hello, hello. We are live. Hi, Susan Lynn.
Hi. Hi, Allie. Hi, everybody. Happy
Hi,
Sunday.
everybody. So, as you can see, I put in the chat that Thayer lost, her dog is lost, Chance, and Susan will tell her what she feels. Will tell us what she feels about the dog.
Well, when I
Yeah.
talked to the dog this morning about an hour and a half ago or so, the dog felt like Chance felt like he was lost. He was at that time he was alone. He was kind of hiding.
Oh,
Um, he's either under something or hiding. He's hiding. He's not visible.
mhm.
So he doesn't feel like his collar is going to be helpful because he doesn't think people can see him or his collar. But anyway, I do see him coming home. So I think
Good.
he's going to get reunited with Thayer. It's just
Hmm.
heartbreaking. It's
Oh, it
so
is.
hard on us to lose our
Absolutely.
babies.
Yeah. Yep. They are our babies. And I think she just lets the dog out and it comes back usually. I'm wondering if it got spooked by something. And because I think the dog has that issue. So let's just send a little bit of love, especially out to Thayer, who's enduring this right now. And also to Chance, that Chance goes back to Thayer and everything is okay. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome. I'm going to stop and say hello to all of you. MJ, Flowing, Melinda, Billy, Deb H, Purple Elephant, Susie Buckingham, hello, Marby, Libra Lady, Watcher, Chris, Butterfly. Wow. I'm glad butterflies are free. A lot of butterflies here today. That's awesome. Hi, Joy. All right. Well, Susan has a real treat for everybody this afternoon, and I want her to tell you all about it.
Well, thank you, Allie. I appreciate that. So, what's happening this afternoon on my channel at 5 Central is that I'm having 4 certified animal psychics come onto my channel, and we're going to be doing some live animal readings. Now, what's really cool about these 4 psychics, they formed a group that is called the Animal Collective, I believe, Animal Communication Collective. And what they do is they will work with any shelter in the world, and they will do online fundraisers where people can buy tickets and buy sessions, or they'll do live readings, or however they set it up. They'll do fundraisers for your local shelter or animal rescue. And the last time they were on my channel, you guys actually donated. You guys was blew me away. People, we didn't even ask for this, but people donated, and we gave that money to a local charity. And that money actually went to repair a horse. A horse had a tooth problem, um,
Oh,
and he's a rescue. I mean, he's living in this refuge called 16 Hands of Love. And anyway, this group is amazing. They do amazing readings, and they also donate their time. 100% of their time and money that's donated when they do these fundraisers is donated directly to the rescue. So today they're going to come on and talk about that, and talk about the different rescues that they work with, and also do some live readings today on my channel
that's
at 5
that's
Central.
awesome. So, Susan, just to be clear, they'll talk to animals alive or past. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
today they'll be
Yeah.
doing some readings. So please join us. If you have an animal right now that's alive that you have a question about,
Yeah.
behavior or whatever, or if you have an animal that's crossed over.
That's crossed. Yeah. And was it Susie said she just lost her for a baby? I'm so sorry, dear. It's so hard for us because they're so unconditionally loving and they become so much part of our family. Sometimes it's harder for people to lose fur babies than some members of their family, actually. I hate to say that, but it's true. you know. So anyway, how about a wild turkey? Flowing wants to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
actually talk to wild animals. And they talk, like if you have a squirrel, like in your backyard that's particularly interesting to you, they can talk to that squirrel. Absolutely.
Awesome. Wow. That's just fabulous. That's great. Thanks, Susan. I'm going to check. I'm going to just certainly watch that. I love that. That's just so great. And I watched the other one that you did, and you actually gave me, allowed me to have a reading, and it was wonderful. So I thank you very much for that as well.
You're so welcome.
So, all right. So, okay. So it's our Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Here we are. And, looks like actually people got the what do you call it, the message today that we were on. So first one we got is bugaboo feeders, and they say 1 week ago some states are pushing to move away from electoral college by the adoption of national popular vote interstate compact. Wow, that's a big one. It could lay the groundwork for, and it goes into the next one, sorry, how we choose a president. She wants to know how your guides feel about that, or what are they telling you?
Well, it's interesting. They've been talking about democracy. They've been talking about the state of our democracy, and they've been talking about the voting act that's in Congress and about how important it is. And they've also been talking about how it's going to get fixed. The voting is going to get fixed. Now, is it going to be perfect? No. Are we going to get everything on our wish list? Probably not. But it is going to be fixed because, again, it's back to that same thing they talked about when if you rewind back to last year and the Georgia senators were having the runoff, remember?
Right.
And my guide said the Senate has to be 50-50 because it has to be fair. So here's what they want to do. This is what they've been telling me. They don't get involved in our lives so much or in our politics so much, but they wanted humans to have an equal or level playing field. They wanted humans to have a level playing field because they wanted to see what humans would do. So they're trying to help us level the playing field. So in as much as we can level the voting playing field, then it's a real test to see if humans choose love, if we choose togetherness, if we understand that we're all one. That's really what's going on here. We get to determine, but they've been saying that everything has been jerry rigged or monkey.
Yeah.
So that it's not a fair assessment of what humans will do. Does that make any sense?
It does make a lot of sense. Melissa Miller says, if we get enough states to adopt it, we'll have presidents who win the popular vote instead of this electoral college vote. And once that happens, then we can nix it, hopefully. But I've been saying this for years. Of course, a lot of people have been saying it for years. But when I teach my students, I'm like, I still don't know why this antiquated system is still up. It just doesn't make any sense at all. But, it is what it is. The other day also, just to bring this up, I was talking with Deb Hanvey because I was interviewing her for my series. And I had no idea that what was the Attorney General of the state of Texas or the Lieutenant Governor, I can't remember, threw out all the absentee or the ballots that would the mail-in. I had no, and my husband didn't know, and he watches that all the time. That's a problem to me. That's a huge problem because there were tons of people who voted, especially in Houston area, in Dallas. I had no idea, Susan.
Yeah, that's why they're on record. They actually taped this because they're not known to be the smartest people. They taped it that said that Texas would have gone blue had it not been for the efforts of the Republican Party with the vote, depressing the vote, and doing those. Texas would be blue.
Yeah. I really did think it would be blue. I really did, because I was watching it for so long and how people were lining up and waiting and driving their cars and, putting them. Yeah.
And what's really sad, Allie, is of course I went to vote in an all white area that's, whatever. And I walked right up to the poll.
Right.
So you go to these other areas and lower socioeconomic areas, and
Mhm.
there's lines for 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hours. I mean, if that doesn't tell the whole story,
I know. I
what does?
know, absolutely. And then some of them get up to the end, like what was it, Martin Luther King's cousin or something? I don't know. And when you're not on the list,
That's
and she's
right.
been voting forever. Yeah,
That's right. They took
that
me off the list. I have to re-register. They booted
why
me off of the list. I don't know. I'm just
you
off
don't
the list.
know. Okay, so
Yeah,
if you don't know ahead of time, then you're
that's
screwed when you
correct.
get there now. Okay,
That's right. And
wow.
who's got time to stand in line for 6 hours in the first place, and then to find out you can't vote,
Uh
and
huh.
then they'll give you a provisional vote. Like sometimes they'll give you what's called a provisional vote, but those
Right.
things are very rarely counted.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
pathetic. It's pathetic.
it is
We
pathetic.
have so many
I know.
problems. Don't even let. I don't know. Do you want to talk about politics today? Because it would be a big. I already have problems with the state board, the Texas
It's
Board of
okay.
Education, saying that they have to give the Holocaust. We have to
Right.
tell the other side of the
The
story.
other side of the holoc, like there's another side to it. Yeah, I know.
And I got to
Unbelievable.
tell you guys, when I was getting ready this morning, and I don't know, I need to talk to some other mediums, but I'm telling you, that ticked me off so bad. It was on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, that I see all these World War, one and two veterans, even World War One veterans, saying, "This is wrong." I
Yeah.
mean, all
Yeah.
these
Oh yeah.
veterans that fought the Nazis. I mean, they're they're crossed over, but they're,
Right.
I mean, they're
Well,
mad.
well, they took away the science and now they're taking away the history because in the textbook, the Texas textbook, they took slavery out a while ago,
Right.
and Martin Luther King as well. So
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. So we don't want
Sorry.
to talk about
We'll,
it.
we'll we'll move on. How about that? All right. So let me get this up. This one is from Deb Pengali, and she said, "Why would my life be saved 3 times by spirit? By a man from a fast-running river at 4, by a spirit or angel at 5 from falling off a cliff. I could feel a hand on my back, and I had an NDE at 8 through a violent act by my mother." Wow.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Debbie,
I know, Deb.
but I'm
Yeah.
thrilled that you've been saved all these times. Um,
Right.
what they're showing me is, we humans often think that our lives are inconsequential, right? Unless we're like heart surgeons, or doing something that we feel is big and purposeful. We often think that we're just little cogs in a wheel somewhere, and our life
Right.
is inconsequential. And what they're trying to tell me is your life, well, none of our lives are inconsequential, none of them.
Right.
But for whatever reason, you do have a purpose, dear. There is a purpose for you here. I do feel like
Mhm.
there's a connection between you. I don't know if you have a daughter or you have a granddaughter. It could be a woman that is somebody that you've mentored. Again, these relationships are not going to seem like you've done anything earth shattering. This is how it is. We
Uh-huh.
don't think we do anything earth shattering, but we may
Right.
have said something to that one person that one time, and it stuck with them their whole lives and literally changed their lives. And to us, it was some
You're
flip
right.
comment.
Right.
But we can't always see what we're doing, what our greatness is. I'll say, but you have a reason to be here on Earth now. I think the bigger question, and maybe this is your question, is why why did you have to experience all those things before you were even like 12?
Hmm.
Why did you have to experience all of those life-threatening things before you were even a teenager? Um, and then that kind of goes into, like soul contracts, what you decided that you would do before you got here. Um,
Hmm.
and honestly, Debbie, I think you're a little, especially when you were younger. I think you were fearless. And not necessarily. I mean, I just see you. I wish I could describe what I see in my head better, but I see you on the edge of that cliff, and I see you looking out. I don't see you thinking about, I'm on the edge of a cliff. I don't see you looking down at your feet. I don't see you looking down at the drop off. I see you looking out. And I think you have such a strong connection to spirit, especially as a child, such a strong connection of still being up there, wanting to be up there. And I'm not really human, that I think that put you in these positions where you were on the edge. You were on the edge of going back. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh, that's really good. By the way, I got this little sign now for entertainment. For entertainment purposes only. Deb, the minute Susan said that, and actually when you said you were on the cliff and somebody, I thought of the Fool in the tarot card deck. You know,
we're not calling you a fool.
No, it's just that, you know, you were so young, you didn't know of life, right? And so you were an easy a target. I don't know, but you had your angels with you. So there was faith. And look at this. See, your life is divinely guided. So I really feel that way. But in the Fool card, the Fool is off looking in the distance and not looking down, and he's on a precipice, and he's got a little dog there in his backpack and all that, and he's, you know, having a great time. So that came up for me, and that's innocence. Absolute innocence is what the Fool is. The Fool is not somebody that's stupid or silly. The other one I got is perception. Your perception of it probably stayed with you because it happened around, you know, you weren't quite formed yet. You didn't have that reason, the sense of reason. So for you, all of these things made the difference. And as Chris said, they made you into who you are too. Yeah, absolutely. So we're glad you're here. We're glad you survived. And yes, everybody is important. Everybody. Yep. Okay. Very good. Hope that resonates. All right. So, oh no, it's not spam. Okay, let's try it. This one's, they're rejecting it because they think it's spam. So I'm going to read it. It's from Aspie.
Okay.
Her coworker, who's 80, lost her son a year ago. It really hit her hard, and of course it lingers. I told her about my ITC experience around my mother's death, and she's wanting me to attempt to facilitate a contact between her and her son. Is this constructive direction for me to go? And I had written back like right away and said, go. If you can help somebody, and you know, but I'll let you answer this, Susan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Do you feel like you're connecting to that, to him? You know, if you feel like you could connect to him and you can help her, I don't see why not, right? Like Ali said. I mean, I don't see why not. If you feel comfortable, she feels comfortable.
Right.
And when you try to connect with him, you can get a good connection with him.
I agree with that. I think you just need to talk to this person and say, I might be able to do this. I don't know if it will work or not. I'm willing to try, and this is what it is. Would you like me to do this? Just like if you see somebody that you feel like you have a message for, you can't just blurt the message out. You kind of have to say, is it okay if I tell you what I feel or see or whatever? Right, Susan? Yeah. Because some people don't want to know. And so, yeah. But I think you should go for it, Aspie, because your experience was very powerful. And if this person is your friend, then, you know, you're not taking really too much risk, I don't think. Oh, everybody, please know that we would love to answer your questions, but you've got to put them on my community page, please. You go to Heart and Soul Connected community page, and you go there, and I have a place where you can put your questions. And right now, we only have 5 for next week, so I would suggest that you perhaps do. All right, hold on. Oh, I don't know. We're going back to politics here for a minute. Will there be resignations or expulsions from the Senate prior to Election Day? And if so, how many will there be? And Will it alter the balance of Democrats and Republicans?
Yes. Yes. I mean, there's going to be expulsions. Um, I mean, when I say expulsions, what I really mean is people retiring to spend more time with their family. You know,
Huh?
I think they'll bail before they get. Um, there's always going to be one or two knucklehead hardheads that might actually get thrown out. But I think
Oh,
the
please.
majority of them will try to step out. And then I see us gaining seats in the House and in the Senate. I mean,
Good.
not like a tidal wave of blue or anything, but I do see
Right.
us gaining seats. So does that answer the question?
I think I think so. Yes, and I mean I'm just concerned because Joe has got really low ratings, but at the same time, I saw an article that was 5 or 6 pages about all the things that he's done since he's been in. So yeah, I don't know. It depends on the source always. So, all right, Jane Brady. Uh, when watching videos, I was interested to know how you all connected. Was spirit or guides involved? Seems like a vast interconnection of readers. I love this. This is great.
How they want to know how we all connect.
Right, like there's a lot of collaborations between readers, and we're all sort of connected to each other through different channels. And how did she really wants to know how did that happen? Yeah.
I think it just happened organically, right? I mean, we all just started supporting each other and showing up on each other's channels. Um, what do you think?
I think so, but I think that there's a feeling of a contract to me that we agreed to meet here in
Okay,
this
yeah,
time and place and connect with those people who are more like-minded than not, even in the chat. Yeah.
you're right. I think you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. That's
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
And we all have freedom. We all pick boundless freedom. We all have the freedom to decide to or not decide to, but yeah. Yeah, I felt that way. It was almost soul recognition when I saw Susan and then Jennifer and all the people that I've talked to. Ron, I mean, it's like everybody's one big family, not meaning to leave anybody out. Please don't feel left out if I didn't mention your name, but you're all wonderful. And yeah, I feel there's a soul connection. And yes, Chris, everybody needs to run out and get a flannel shirt because it's going to get cold. And I don't go to Walmart. It's not my place to go, but I went yesterday because there's no other places in this town. And these are like $11. I think anybody pretty much can afford a flannel shirt. Or get a man's. A man's is even warmer for some reason.
Yeah. I'm in Houston. I'm wearing flannel.
No,
70
that's
degrees
amazing.
here.
Uh-huh. I know. There are cold days in Houston.
Oh yeah, there are. Yeah, because
There are.
it's humid, so it feels very cold.
Oh, so you want a pink one, Vivian, and somebody wants a purple one.
And a green one.
Probably pink, purple elephant. Yes, always men's. Yep. Okay. Do it. Do it, everybody. Do it. Support um, your flannel shirt makers. Susan and I didn't even know. So, sometimes we come and we're, sort of the same. All right. Emmy J. She at this time she saw there was a school shooting in Texas. She wants to know, will it ever stop? I don't have kids in school, and I'm glad I didn't have to deal with this when my kids were in school.
It's horrible.
It is.
There's shootings everywhere. I mean, these days, for any reasons. Is it ever going to stop? Is it ever going to stop? Um, it's really what they're saying is a symptom. It's a symptom of all these bigger problems. A friend of mine said, "Do you remember Sandy Hook? Do you guys remember that Sandy Hook
Oh
shooting
yeah.
of children?"
Yeah.
And my
Yep.
friend said, she said, "That's it. If people aren't
Yeah.
reacting to Sandy Hook, it's over. Like humanity's dead. And at the time I was like, Pisha, right? And now I
Right.
totally
I
agree.
agree.
I think
Yeah.
everything started then. They were,
Yeah.
and people showed up and said, it's not, this isn't real. Didn't happen. Remember that? People showed up
Right.
and said,
Yes.
this
There were
isn't
the
real.
deniers and
And
actually,
said, yeah, the
yeah,
deniers. And it all stemmed from there. And you can take that event, and you can overlay that on the whole, everything, on
you can.
COVID, on Trump, on everything. It's all of this, um,
Mindset. Yeah.
and God,
Mm.
when I'm connected to spirit, I don't have access to my words. But when they brainwashing. Um,
Right.
so I see big changes. I will say this right now, because a lot of people are seeing things that are going to happen. Like a lot of people are saying, even people I read with or students in my class, whatever, are saying I sense something really big and bad happening. Blah blah blah. We have to kind of break it all down before we can build it back up.
Correct. It's
So
like, again, it's like the tower. When
it's
the
like the
tower comes down, it has to be eradicated before it can be rebuilt. That sounds cliche, but I don't know. Every time you say something, I see a tarot card, and I don't even know all the tarot cards. So,
and they
um,
always say, the tower is not so bad, right? Because it
right,
gives you a chance to rebuild
rebuild.
or whatever. So
That's
that's
right.
what do I see it changing? Yes, but
Yeah,
honestly, 10 years. But yeah, I see it changing.
yeah.
But man, do we
Um,
have some ups and downs in the next
we
couple
do.
of years?
And the thing is that we don't want to hear the negative stuff, but if we can't sugarcoat that, it might be difficult for the next few years. It just, yeah, we
Or
have
more,
to,
more.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get growth or wood on the Tao cards. And it says here that there is auspicious energy around you and you're experiencing vigorous growth. And I believe that's spiritual growth. This is a good time to learn and develop new ideas and ways of doing things. So my feeling is, as long as the mindset of the 45, which includes freedom to carry weapons into buildings, and freedom to buy some kind of AK-47s, I think, stuff like that, that just promotes it. And the people that are doing it are almost choosing to be martyrs for a cause, to make a statement. And of course, so many of them are so young. So yeah, I agree, Susan. But we have some time to wait. Thank
But
you
we
for that
need all
question.
of you guys. We're all light workers. We all
We are.
agree to incarnate at this time. There's no coincidences. We're
Right.
here. And
Yep.
what we should be doing and what we're being asked to do is hold the light. So as much
Right.
as you can hold light, hold light. I mean, I know it's hard. Believe me, I get
It
frustrated,
is.
I get mad, I get judgmental, but I try to at least be aware of that I'm being like
Right.
that. And then I try
Yep.
to meditate, or like just hold the world in light, bring light around us.
Bring light around you. Texas Mike, hi. Two patterns of change after crisis happens every 80 years. And the problem with that is that I'm seeing a rich, we had the virus, and then, I hope and we have the fascism, and that was 100 years ago.
Here we
So
are again.
here we are. All right. The next one is Flora. It's a little long. I would love to hear if my coworker Jackie. Oh, I think we talked to you last week about Jackie, but I'm not sure. They called her the cookie lady. She'd make cookies at Christmas and auction off a huge basket of them. When she died, she put the ashes in her coffee can. That's right. We did. We did. You must have posted this, Flora. And then
Did
we
you
talked
talk
about it.
to Did you talk to it with Kim? Because I don't remember it.
You don't remember it? Okay. I thought it was
But
last week
that's
here.
okay. I mean, if somebody else
Yeah.
read it, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
No, I just remember the coffee can of her ashes with her favorite coffee. So, yeah. So you want to say anything about it at all? I don't want to take it away from.
She just wanted to know if she has a message for her. Uh,
Yes. Yeah.
I think it was read before, but I'm getting love and light. I'm getting And yeah, about the coffee, that it was strong, that she had a particular kind that she liked, or a different kind. She was a coffee person, like
Connoisseur.
yeah, I mean, she just
Yeah.
had, she wouldn't call herself that, but she did have a specific type that she liked, a specific taste. She
Uh-huh.
can be kind of pushy about it, about the kind of coffee, in a way, in a fun way. But
That's funny.
yeah,
Mhm. What if I
that's
get
all.
for
I
that?
mean, that's all. That's basically it. She
Yeah.
says somebody else read it, but she does send love and light.
Yeah. I get here. She was a big influence on you all. And she was very caring. Look at the way that this lady is holding the dove
Right, right.
with
It's
lots of
something about
care.
Christmas lights, or party lights, or something she's talking about. So
Oh, all right.
yeah, I don't know.
Awesome. Okay. Again, I need to make a banner like Jennifer has.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was just thinking, get Jennifer to show you how to make a
I
banner.
know how to do it. Yeah. All right. This was asked by Judy Chandler. Will Al Franken make a comeback?
Oh, that's such a good question. Ah, you know, I can't believe he stepped down. Democrats
Mm,
are always taking the high road,
yeah.
policing ourselves, and nobody else is doing that but us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't think so. I
Yeah, I
don't
got
think.
let go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
Mm-hmm.
he is helping somebody, though. I feel like he's working with somebody.
Yep.
Um, he's working with somebody, a younger person, or younger people. He's working with younger people. It's like
Okay.
they have the social media knowledge, and he has the sort of knowledge of how politics works. So they're kind of helping each other.
Okay. Um, Valerie, you're right. It is frustrating that the Democrats do that because you see these Republicans, you know, holding on and not letting go. Oh, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. And the Democrats are like, okay, I'll leave. I know. Crazy. All right. Linda BJ wonders if we have a message from Grandma Alma.
In spirit. Okay, Alma. Uh, Linda BJ5. Alma. The first thing I saw before I could even ask about, when you said the word Alma, the first thing I saw was pasta. Um, Now I want to say, whoever spaghetti person was, remember that? I couldn't remember the guy that made spaghetti. I couldn't make my spaghetti, so I went and got some spaghetti from a restaurant. And he came and he told me it's not going to be as good as mine. And I said, well, I'll be the judge of that. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't that good. So I'm like, never mind, dude. You got it. Okay, so I'm seeing pasta for her. Why is that, Alma? Why are you showing me pasta? Um, and I got to tell you specifically, I'm also seeing dried pasta that you would maybe link together to make like a decoration. Do you guys know that? Like when you put a thread
Yes.
dried pasta and you would hang it on
Little
a
kids
tree,
did that. Yeah. Yeah.
or take the dried pasta and glue it to things. Why am I seeing that? I
Yes.
don't know. Um, so Alma, what else is going on with you, dear?
Oh, that's
Um,
funny.
I like her. She's like pulled up a chair to sit next to me.
Oh.
um, um, she's like, let's
Oh.
do this together. I'm like, okay, but I think we got other people to talk to. Um, I think that also informs her personality, right? She's like very sweet, but she wants to sit down. She almost wants to get on the computer. She's like, let me help you. She's sitting next to me, like I'm starting to get like, well, she's on this side. She's on that. She's on this side. It's like I'm
She's pushing you
okay.
off your chair.
Like how people are like, here, let me help you, and all of a sudden you're pushed out of the way, and I'm like, okay, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Sure,
Well.
take over the keyboard. That's okay.
Uh-huh.
Overt. It's just this kind of quiet, very strong personality. I'm gonna help you, and then all of a sudden you're like even at like the counter if you're making like a dinner or something, she would be like,
Yes.
"Oh," and you know how she would just shows me that she would just take the potato or whatever out of your hands, and then all of a sudden she would be peeling it, and
Yeah.
just quietly doing all the things that you do. Um,
That is so funny. My mother did that. She wouldn't let anyone in the kitchen. You need to leave. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's so funny. Well, see, she doesn't overtly say that. She just
Yeah. She
she
just
kind of gets up to
takes
me, and all of
charge.
a sudden, I'm kind of being pushed over like this. I'm like, I mean, like, really, I am. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I really need to come back. This is kind of like my show, and it's I'm alive, and you're over there, and they can't see you. So anyway, Alma, she sends her love.
That's
She's
funny.
really sweet. She sends her love. She's pinching somebody's cheeks. Uh, that hurt. She's
Yeah.
I love that about her. She's not loud, but there's this very
In your face.
very strong, personality that's just
Right.
kind of under the surface. But she sends her love. She's talking about a man. I don't know if that's your husband or her son or whoever, but I feel like he's got at whatever she's showing me this time in his life anyway. If this could have been years ago, but I feel like he's got dark hair. It's kind of short, but it's got a little curl to it. And he's this particular man is thinner, height weight proportionate. He might be a little bit tall, like 6 foot tall. And then there's another boy who's a little bit chubbier, who's younger. I don't know who all those people are. I don't have time to do a whole reading, but
Right.
this is what she's showing me. And she sends her love, and
Wow.
she's pretty involved in your
That's
life.
beautiful. Oh my goodness. I get here patterns, and that's what she's showing you, all her patterns.
Yes,
What
yes.
she does when that's who she was. So I don't know that the person that asked the question is in here today, but yeah, I hope she watches it.
I swear to God, y'all, my cheek is sore. I pinched my own cheek, and it's sore. Like, I would never do that hard. I'm like, wow, man.
So now the spirits are taking over your body.
Away. Yeah, you're walking away kind of going like this, like, golly. It's like, anyway, it's funny.
Oh, wow, Susan. That's amazing. Oh,
That's
goodness.
hilarious. I just want to be able to sit here. She keeps.
Stop pushing me off my chair, please. Oh, God. Folks in the chat, we have about 30 or something things, and we're working our way through. If you don't get an answer today, you go on, and for next week, you can put your question up, okay?
And please
All
do.
right. Yeah. All right.
Good morning, everybody that's here.
Yes, good morning to everybody that's come in. Yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like button, please.
Right. Like and subscribe. And go to Susan's and do the same if you haven't, but you probably. And also check out Susan's afternoon show if you came in late. It's going to be great. Okay, please help me understand the diagnosis of anxiety. I have four people in my life who tell me I have anxiety, or it's just my anxiety. Plus, I know other people who claim the diagnosis is a physical chemical thing that they have no control over. Is it thoughts running away with them? I would like to understand because it's foreign to me. How do I help or explain it to them? And that is DF.
This is a pretty deep thing, DF. Like, I mean, I could like this is deep. But I don't have time to go really deep. But I want to tell you that I asked them, are you anxious? Because your question is, why did 4 people said I was anxious, and then you said other people who have the diagnosis of anxiety, and your question was actually, how do I help them? And
Right.
wasn't so much focused on you. So I kind of wanted to know if she really has anxiety.
Isn't it fear of the future? I believe anxiety is fear of the future.
Or being out of control.
Right. Not,
right?
Yeah. Not having control of which we don't anyway. Right.
I know, right? That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think that freaks people out even worse when they
It does. It does freak them out. I agree. Yeah. I'm not trying to make her anxious.
I know. and I agree, Chris. A lot of us have anxiety. I thought about that too, but I don't want to trivialize what
Right.
this person is going through, because we all have anxiety. We've been through 4 years of the former guy and a year and a half of this pandemic. So, and then all kind of crazy things are happening where, the supply chain is messed up. You can't find what you need. You can't buy what you need. Expensive,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I just want to tell you, dear, I'm going to just tell you how to deal with it. Okay. First of all, you can't help other people. You really can't.
Mm-mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't save them. You can't change them. And you can't really even help them. And this actually also applies to children. We can't always help our children. Sometimes we just have to be present and let whatever is happening happen, and know that they can come to you if they need help, but you can't go save them. So when it comes to us, we can. Everybody remember that when you're on the airplane, and if you're traveling with a 3-year-old, or there's a 10-year-old unaccompanied minor next to you that just happened to be next to you, and you guys
Right.
lose, pressure, that
Yeah.
oxygen mask is going to drop down, and you need to put it on you first. Because if you don't put it
Right.
on you first,
You can't help the kid.
passed out
Yeah.
in the hall, in the alley,
Right.
and the 3-year-old is going to be passed out too. We have
True.
to take care of ourselves first. This message
First.
for everybody in chat: we have to take care of ourselves first,
Yes.
before you can even begin to think about helping anyone else. So for you, dear, here's how I want you to deal with whether it's anxiety, or whether you're just going through a lot, or I do need to tell you this. They're telling me that part of your problem is you're asking for help, and you're asking for help, and you're telling people something's not right. This isn't right. Um, and what's being mirrored back to you is you're anxious. So they're not honoring the fact that you're seeing these things, and what you're seeing is really true. It's really happening. They're basically not honoring that and just blaming you and saying you're just being anxious. So that's part of your problem. You're not being heard. You are seeing things
Right.
that are making you anxious, and you have every right to be upset and anxious about it. So you need to understand that your feelings are true, are right. I don't care what anybody else says. If you're
Yep.
feeling something, you're really feeling it. So don't worry about whatever they say. Forget that. What I want you to do is, when you feel upset, anxious, or you feel like nobody's hearing you, and then you start thinking that you're crazy, I want you to change your energy, location.
Mm-hmm.
Walk out of work and take a walk outside. I don't care if it's 20 degrees outside. Go outside.
Yeah. Yep.
Walk outside of the house, even if it's just to the driveway. Change the energy location. Get
Right.
outside of their energy. And then that's going to help you clear your thinking and get a better, different perspective. Even better if you can get in a car, ride a bus, ride a bike, walk
Yeah.
your dog, get away for 30 minutes and clear your perspective, clear your thinking. Concentrate on something else. Concentrate on the color of the fall leaves.
Yep.
Concentrate on something you're seeing. Get out of the loop. Get them out of the loop.
Yeah. I feel like people always want to give unsolicited advice and, a diagnosis of something when they really aren't professionals at all. And it was the same way with when people were depressed, at least in the past. If someone said they were depressed, oh, snap out of it, let go. And now we know that depression is an illness. And so I'm feeling that vibe too. But I also got this to everybody feeling anxious. Surrender to miracles. Allow that to come through for you. It says be open to them, feel and know these events are real, which is just what Susan said. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles will happen. So yeah, that really goes along. I got the chills actually on that one. Yeah.
And banish the people. Banish the people
Banish
that are supporting you.
Yep. If you're coming here to talk to me about my anxiety, I don't want to hear it. Go away. Yeah. All right. I hope that helps you.
I really hope it helps you, dear.
Yeah. All right. Where is it? Nancy Smith. I do have a question. I'm recovering from cancer surgery. I've been on short-term disability that's coming to an end, and I do have other health issues. Do you see me finding another job? that will be monetarily and spiritually fulfilling or needing to do Social Security disability.
Let me check in with that. I mean, Nancy, I feel like you got a lot of energy. Like you're not a sit at home. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
Sometimes I
Yep.
feel like I could just be a sit at home person. But for you, and please, if you're in the chat, tell me if this doesn't make any sense. But for you, being inactive, in other words, having Social Security disability, whereas it feels like a safety net, and I know that that really is appealing to you, it's going to do a number on your psyche. You're going to feel sidelined. Like, I beat cancer and now I'm sidelined. So I feel like you have free will and you can do whatever you want, dear. And you're supported. You're obviously, you're supported. You're surrounded by loving angels and all kind of great energy. But I think for you, the best option is take some deep breaths. Really, I just feel like you need to do some deep breathing, some meditation, some self love,
Yeah.
and then allow something good to happen. I think you could find a really fun, happy job, but I think it's. Oh, you're in the chat. I think I know it's appealing to you to take the disability because it's a safety net. Like I know you
Yeah.
just you're feeling anxious. Talk about anxiety. You're feeling anxious. Like I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can pay the bills. I don't know this freaking work environment we're in is so crazy right now.
Uh-huh.
Watch my video that I did on finding your dream, and do those steps.
There
That's
you
my
go.
best advice for you. It'll all shake out in the wash. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Even if you do disability for like just get disability, short-term disability, whatever it is, as your energy starts to equilibrize or whatever that word is, you're probably going to go back to work and then you can drop the disability. Does that make sense? Maybe that's a
Yeah,
good.
she said she already did, but that was the short term, Nancy. Maybe Susan means to go ahead and do the
You can do
longer
the
term,
full long
but you
term
can
disability.
still go off of it
You can
afterwards.
still go off of it. Right.
Yeah, I get this. I get productivity.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a woman that's nurturing her inner child as well, and it's a gorgeous admonition to you will be only happy when you're productive. However, my first thought was get it and use it to be productive in your own what you want to learn or what you want to do. So if you wanted to take classes, you had the money to do it, or you wanted to start a little business or whatever it was, you may have to lose it. But I think if you just dabble, let's say, in what it is that you want to do and be productive in that area, that it shouldn't be too bad for you getting. I have a friend who dabbles and also is on long-term veterans disability, and he can't stand just doing nothing. And that's what this card is saying as well. You need the productivity. Yep.
That's what I was picking up. And so maybe
Yep.
you do both. Maybe
Yeah.
you like Ali is saying, right. I agree.
Yeah. There's
Honor
nothing.
yourself. Just do what
Yeah.
feels good to
Honor
you.
yourself is right. Yeah.
Try not
I mean,
to be too fearful if you
that's
can.
right. And it's really hard to get disability. I have friends that have waited years, but since you've had the short term, you may be, closer to that goal than other people are, but explore the possibilities. Absolutely. Yep. Okay. Sherry says a word of experience. A lot of times you can work a minimal amount of hours and still have disability, but you would not get full benefits. That's it. That's the answer. I think so. Okay.
Whatever
And
you
yes,
do, we're sending you love and light.
that's right. Whatever your decision is, we're not here to make it for you. So you do what you feel is best. Absolutely. All right. Hold on. I got ocean view. I love that. I love an ocean view. I've been told I've had multiple lives with Tommy, a friend apparently, or maybe her husband, I don't know, that passed a few years ago. Can you ask him if we share the same soul family?
The first thing I got. The first thing I got was no, but I need to clarify that. When I'm talking about soul family, really and truly, you guys go check out Journey of Souls by
Yeah.
Michael Newton, because that will make so much more sense to you. But
Mm-hmm.
I think you are soul family, but it's like cousins. Like showing me there's like a really tight knit, and then he's just in the outer, like a cousin, like a
Yep.
close but not your immediate soul family. Definitely involved in somebody that you work with a lot, and it works within your family a lot. I don't know why I got that. That's what I got. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No. Yeah. I get here that your relationship was a healing relationship, and that phenomenal healing energy flows through you from this relationship. So whether he's in your soul family or not, he definitely was an important person in your life that brought you healing, and you brought him healing as well.
Right,
So
right. It's
yeah,
symbiotic. That's right. That's
it
right.
is nice symbiotic relationship. All right, next one's from Christy K. Sherry, you keep wrapping the meat. It's okay. You're fine. She's wrapping meat. All right. She wants guidance and advice from spirit guides and or ancestors. Am I on the right path? First thing I got was, they're not going to tell you if you are or not.
They,
Oh,
yeah, I need.
it's your
Okay.
choice.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, it's a love relationship. Okay. Oh, that was for Ocean View.
that's
Okay.
Ocean View. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Um. Hi, GGB. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining.
Hi, Gigi.
Um.
Judith. Karen Jones.
I mean, I
Mm.
think Ali's right. It, so what they're showing me is that, first of all, you need to understand that you've been on the right path, even though maybe it doesn't feel like it. You've been doing what you were supposed to be doing. Um, there's reasons for it that you don't understand, and maybe you won't understand in this life.
Mm-hmm.
But going forward, um, they don't
Mm.
really want to tell you exactly what it is, because give you an example. If you had told me 2 years ago that I'd be sitting here on Sunday talking to in front of all of you guys, I would have said you are crazy. And
Yeah.
and I had a friend who told me, who's very psychic, and she told me a year and a half ago that I'd be on stage, and I would get up and walk out of the room, or I wouldn't even say you're crazy. I would leave the premises. I just walk.
Ah.
And then it took me a year to work through the point where I could be in the same room, and then now
Yeah.
next year we're talking about doing some things, some events, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so they don't always tell us our path, because we're going to screw it up. If we know what it is, we're going to actively fight against it, and they
Yeah.
don't
Especially
want
if we don't like it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't want that. They like to work under the surface of things a lot. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm.
but I will say this: come back next week and ask a specific question, like say, should I go to nursing, or should I leave nursing, or should I
Mm-hmm.
go become an airline pilot? And if you
Right.
ask a specific question, I can really dive into the energy. I don't necessarily need to ask their permission for that.
Great. And I get surrender to complete healing. You need to heal thyself, they're saying. They're saying open to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So yes, open yourself up, and you should be able to, you will get the answer. Yeah.
That is very true. That
Yeah.
you know that's true too. I know that resonates with you. That there's some healing that still
Uh-huh.
needs to be done. You're not quite ready yet to know what your new life path is.
That's probably true. Well, Nancy Leonard, thank you so much. Yes, we are glad to be here with you. And hi, Starfish. And yeah,
Yes,
all of you are just
everybody.
wonderful. Thank you
We
so
really
much for your
appreciate you
support.
taking this time on your
We
Sunday to
do.
spend with
On
us.
your Sunday. Yep. All right, let's see what's next. Deb March. This is a pretty cool one. All right, if I can get it up. Come on. She's a paraprofessional with a 5-year-old nonverbal student, but she breaks out belly laughing for no obvious reasons. Who or what is she seeing?
I love that.
I do
Um,
too.
this little this student that you have, Deb, is are they sensitive on the back of their neck? Somebody's tickling them on the back of the neck. It's
Oh.
like I'm not sensitive on the back of my neck, but now all of a sudden golly, now
Oh,
I've
that's
got it. I
fun.
can't stop doing it. Darn it. Okay, stop it, spirit, stop it. Okay, so somebody's tickling them on the back of the neck, and
Mhm.
and then antics. They're doing antics, dancing in front of them. Um, who is this person? Nonverbal student producer. It feels like a male energy. It feels like
Mhm.
a father or an uncle. Are you? What are you getting, Allie?
Well,
Show
I
tell.
got a little boy. I got a little boy, but it could be also he's there as well. And she sees that little boy with maybe with the father or the uncle or whatever.
Probably doing just funny, goofy stuff,
Goofy
right?
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
being silly. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yes,
that. Yeah.
yes. I
I
love
love
it.
it. Yeah, I love it because it's if this child is nonverbal, then she's using the opening that she can use to bring through the gifts of her life. And you know, if she's already laughing, laughing is elixir for the soul. Absolutely. It's just wonderful.
And
So,
that's
yeah.
verbal to me. That's communication, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It is
I think
communication.
it's beautiful.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. I love it. I just love it. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. It must be nice to hear her do that,
Oh my
actually.
God, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, how safe is the COVID vaccine? Oops. Where did it go? For children 5 to 11.
I think it's safe. I think it's very safe. To be honest with you, what they're showing me. Um, if I didn't think it was safe, I would have already been freaking out and in a panic and every other thing for
Uh-huh.
months because they've been telling me it's coming for months.
It's coming. Yeah. Yeah.
It's very safe. There's going
Uh,
to always be people or children that are
there
going to
is.
have a reaction,
Yep. Absolutely.
but
That's what was my
overall,
thought.
it's
But
safe.
you know, in every illness, or in every shot, there's can be a reaction. So yes, but I understand why people who have children that age are a little nervous about it. But I agree with Susan, and I know they only give like a quarter of a dose or something like that to these little kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Shannon, I love your question. I wish it was on my list, but I think all of us would like an answer to will good news become a thing of the future? Wow. That's quite a question. I
Well,
know we're all sitting.
wait. Let's think about it.
All right.
You know, that kind of question actually. Well, anyway. Okay, the spirit guides are saying there's a lot of good news every day. There's
Every day.
an overabundance of good news. We're
Yeah.
not seeing it. So, a gratitude list is
Yeah.
really powerful. So, if you
It
can
is.
do 75 things you're gracious for, have gratitude for, by the time you get up to 50, you're like counting. I'm grateful for the hairs on my fingers.
Right. And my button on my shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you're
Yeah.
really, and when you start searching for that, that's
You
when the
do.
shift
The
happens.
shift occurs. Yeah.
So good news is, I just heard good news this morning. There's a bunch of Republicans that are joining Democrats to
Ooh,
support Democratic measures because they're mad at the Republicans for being crazy.
good.
That's really good
There's
news.
good news.
There's
Yeah,
good news out there. You just have to
there
really,
is. Yeah.
sometimes you have to look harder for it, I guess would be the answer.
When COVID was, we were locked down, I remember there was a show, and I can't remember the lady's name, but she was looking for what people were doing that was so great to others. And she brought all these people on, like mostly food truck people, that were giving out free food and things like that. And there's always somebody willing to jump in and save a person, a dog, an animal, whatever. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Susan. Yeah. We need that though. We need to focus on that, but we also have to not live in denial. And but I agree that it's been very, very tough for
It's been
us.
very, very tough, very
Yeah,
hard. And that's why I think forcing yourself, like make it a competition.
yeah,
How
yep,
many can I get to 100, right? Forcing
yeah.
yourself to really focus on the positive is going to shift the energy around you.
Wow. So Renee Lyon says her mom Violet has a miniature garden, those miniature garden gnomes on a shelf under her TV. There's one that keeps inching forward. She wonders if it's her sister Mary Jo. Oh,
Oh no. I just want to know which one it is. Like,
I
why
know.
um golly. Okay, sorry. Is it your sister? I feel like your I think it could be your sister, but I also feel like isn't your dad crossed over or somebody somebody who's got sideburns that kind of grow out just a little bit and they're gray and black, salt and peppers. Anyway, I don't know who that. They're just a little bit long. I don't know if that's an uncle or, but there's tricksters. That's somebody definitely on the other side, inching it forward and doing so because you would notice it, right? Most people would never notice that being out of calibration. They're calling it out of alignment, right? Um,
Yep. Hmm.
but I do think your sister is involved in it. Yes, I do think she's involved in it.
Okay. Well, I get think things through. I don't know. Maybe that's what you were doing, Susan. It seems like it's a contingent, like you say. It's not just Mary Jo.
It's not just
It's
her. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Like
other
I'm
people.
in on this too. Let's do this and let's see if they notice it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Thanks,
think
Mary Sullivan. Go ahead.
your sister she likes doing it, but she would get bored of it or tired of it after a while. Your sister isn't the kind of person who would come back and do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. She would do it a couple of times and move on.
Yep.
So I don't know. There's somebody's energy that would normally just move on, but
Move
somebody else
on.
is helping keep it going.
Yeah.
Feels like.
Yeah. It's like that's their way of entertainment, because I hear that it takes a lot of energy for souls to move things, or they have to use up a lot of energy to do that, so they have to share the load.
That's
That's
true.
funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Adine Freeman wants to know who the next AG might be if Garland or when Garland steps down. Can you see if it's Hillary?
That's funny, Adine, because I saw Hillary. She popped up into my head when I was doing a reading with Jen a couple of weeks ago, and I mean
Mm,
big in my like bigger than Dallas in my face, and I was like, "What's Hillary doing here?" So she's up to something. Uh,
yeah,
she's definitely up to something. It's almost as if she's saying, "You haven't seen the last of me."
right.
um, uh,
Hmm.
so the question is, let's see.
If the AG would be Hillary if Garland stepped down. Hmm. Hmm.
I honestly feel like it's New York. She just keeps saying New York, New York. The problem with doing a national thing like the AG is uh, Hillary is polarizing to these
Hmm.
people who have already polarized themselves into insanity. And so I don't know that anybody wants to stick a stick in that wasp nest, right? Any
Right.
more than necessary. So I feel like Hillary is going to have something to do in New York or
Hmm.
Virginia. I don't know. There's I think mostly New York.
Yeah.
Could she run for AG in a New York AG?
Yeah. Chris,
I
you've
think
got this. Chris has got the same idea that I have. Bill is not well. We know this. I mean,
yeah,
he's not dying yet, but
but
he
he's
needs
not
care,
well.
and you can see it on his face.
Yeah,
I sense that once Bill transitions, she's going to be more involved in
yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah.
But yeah,
Butterfly Kisses says governor of New York, and I saw her as governor, as running for
did
governor.
you? Okay.
She's gonna be she's gonna want. I think you guys are right. She's got her hands full right now,
Yeah.
but she's planning. She's in the planning stages. Don't make no. She,
Yeah.
she's not out. She's not out of
Yeah.
this race yet.
I get here recover first,
Oh,
and
perfect.
I'm thinking that could be her recovering from her
Manageable.
tragic loss
Yeah.
still, because that was devastating for her. And it also could mean that Bill needs to recover first, or whatever, whatever happens to Bill. But yeah, you could tell he wasn't well. When did they all get together and they were somewhere, all the presidents, and he was so gaunt, he was really gaunt. And
I didn't even know he wasn't well. And Jen and I were reading on Thursday, and we both said Bill Clinton's sick. We neither one of us knew.
yep.
Yeah, his energy is just weak, faint. It's not. He's
Yes.
not well. He's just not well.
Right. That's right.
He's very tired.
He is. That's what I see. I see total exhaustion. But when your heart he's got stents and he had all kinds of triple bypasses and all that
He
stuff.
has sepsis now. He has sepsis
Yeah.
now.
And the other thing is that Monica Lewinsky just came out and pretty much did this whole show on that relationship, which she needed to do. But that had to bring back all that on
Plus,
her
I'm
heart.
telling you, Epstein has stuff on Bill.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's
I
still
know.
stuff coming out.
I think you're right. Because
He's
we
tired.
already know he was a cheater. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right.
Jenny recently lost her dearest friend, soul sister Ollie. Does she have anything to share with us?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jenny. That's terrible.
Yes, I am too, Jenny. Yeah.
Which one of you likes shoes? Who likes the outlandish shoes? Maybe not even to wear, but like go try them on. Like really just interesting, like art almost. And then I'm also seeing like boots, like black boot or some kind of boots. Anyway, something about shoes. So I think you guys had you like the shoes. Okay. So she's so she's talking about your shoes. She's talking about your shoe fetish. She's calling it.
Jenny likes it. Yeah, Jenny likes
addiction.
the shoes. Yeah.
It's an addiction. But you just like pretty things, and you have a flair for art, and you. I mean, I don't know why, but she's showing me a shoe that would have like an art piece on it, like a. I don't know. Anyway,
Wow.
she's with you. She says, keep. She wants you to know. She wants you to know how much you meant to her. She wants you to know how you got her out of. You got her out of her shell. You like. I think sometimes you kind of embarrassed her because she was not that. She just didn't like drawing attention to herself, and you didn't care. So I think she just says that she's so grateful to you. She had such a great, wonderful life. Was she married? Is there a person named Peter or something like that? I don't know who that is, or it could be a P name. Okay, anyway, she got lost. I got lost her on that one. So anyway, she's coming back. She's saying she loves you. She sends her heart out to you. She's fine. She made her way fine. Everything is fine. Odd. She's like, it's odd, but it's fine. Like it's not Earth, but it's fine. I feel cold. Like, I don't know if she's saying it's cold over there, or if she was often cold, or if that's something between you guys. One's cold, one's not. Um,
Uh-huh.
but she's
Oh, her last name started with a P.
okay.
Yep.
Her what is she saying? She's off to see the wizard. Were you guys Wizard of Oz people? I don't know. She's off to see the wizard. Theater comes to mind. Something about theater, something about either
Yep.
watching movies or some kind of theater or something. Um, but
Mm.
she totally sends her love to you. You were
Yeah.
like her sister, even better than a sister.
Even better. She says you always dependable, and now you'll always be together. She's always watching out for you,
Yes.
and she's dependable as well. So yeah, that's what I got. Wow, she sounds like a fun person, and so do
Yes.
you with all your shoes.
Yes. Yes. You guys, I know y'all had fun together, but she wants you to keep going, keep having fun. She's with you, right? So she's having fun.
Uh-huh.
You just don't always know she's there.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. All right, Chris Martin has a yes or no question. If you're looking at stars thinking about aliens, can they hear us? Can they see us?
Oh yeah, girlfriend. Yeah, they can. Uh, the question is, can we see them? That's not. There should be the flipped around, right? They can hear us. They can tune into us. Um, they communicate telepathically, so they know what you're thinking. They know what you're doing. Um, I think contact is gonna be. Chris, do you want contact? Is that what you're saying to me? I think you guys, contact is just kind of like mind blowing. Like it's an existential
Mm-hmm.
crisis because uh, nothing makes any sense. Like, your world is not what you thought it was. So now you have this whole new expansive world that you have to somehow
Mm-hmm.
integrate into being a human and going to buy milk and going and
Right.
working and getting coffee and these two things don't always make any sense together. So they're very careful
Right.
with humans because we can't put these two things together very well.
Right. It's very hard for them. I get here that it's very likely that the aliens do, because I'll tell you why too. When we had that, the four of us, Jennifer, Kim, you, and I, and we were talking about aliens, didn't they come to you after that?
Yeah, they did.
Yes. Yes, they did. So it's like they're watching and listening.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're,
Yeah.
and so Chris says was scared, trying to make sense of
Oh,
it.
okay.
With
I
I
get it.
suggest highly you go check out Dr. Gail, walking
Oh, yeah.
Skywalking with Moon, her channel Skywalking with Moon. Get a reading with her. I did. It's really good. She's really good with that kind of thing. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're getting near the end here. We're already past our time, but I'm going to just do these quickly. 6 days ago, there was a message from my brother Douglas, who died 15 years ago. I miss him and wonder if he's reincarnated.
Okay. Let me try to break up your question. So you got a message from him, and he died 15 years ago, but you got a message recently from him. And that probably got you to thinking about him and wondering what he's doing. Like, what are you doing, Douglas? Are you reincarnated? Are you hanging out over there? First of all, we have to understand that a time does not exist over there the way it does over here. So 15 years here
Right.
is like 10 minutes, 15 minutes over there.
Right.
It hasn't been such a long time for them. It just doesn't exist. So it's not like he's been there forever. So much. Didn't he get in touch with you about something? Didn't he had a message for you, didn't he? Like a specific message that he wanted you to get. He wants you to get a message about something. He just feels like it would be helpful for you to get this message. So and he doesn't want to tell me what the message is per se. It's kind of personal, family. I don't know, but you can get it if you didn't get it. Go tap back into him. Go. You can do this. Meditate, automatic writing, whatever. And then the next question is: has he reincarnated? Maybe that's also part of his message. Is something's changing, like he's going to reincarnate, or something's happening. He's going to do something. What do you get, Allie?
Well, I have a question for you actually for this question. Does anybody jump into a body at all? I mean, can you reincarnate instantaneously?
It's called a walk-in.
Okay, yes. All right. So, but you're overtaking somebody's life when you're a walk-in, correct? You're not starting from scratch.
Yes, but they're not. It's not like a violent. It's not like somebody comes in and says, "Susan, get out. I'm coming in." It's
Yeah.
Susan wants out. Susan is wants out for whatever reason,
Right.
and I don't understand the reasons why it can happen, but I know it happens. I know it's
Yep.
happened to somebody I
Okay.
know.
Okay.
It can happen. So is that
Yeah.
what are you getting? That Douglas is
Well,
doing?
I was just asking because you were talking about 15 years as a very short period of time, and people sometimes claim that they're the reincarnation of so and so that just died last month or something like that. And I just wondered if that was even possible. So here, I get breakthrough. I think it's great that you got the message from Douglas, and it was a breakthrough for you. Whether or not, maybe he's waiting for you. You never know. A lot of times people like to reincarnate within a certain period of time with those that they love or they've been with before. Um, he was connected to spirit, and I think he's guiding me. Oh, it's Stephanie from your class, she says. So, yeah, I definitely think he's guiding you. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I think so too, dear.
yeah. Yep.
I hope that makes sense.
Judy Jeno wants to know if we can connect with her biological mom, Margaret Peggy Kimberly King. I guess that was her name, Peggy Kimberly King.
Okay. Do you want to put it up on the screen for me? Do you mind?
Oh, I'm sorry, Susan.
That's okay.
Of
That's
course.
okay. Okay. Thank you. I would say that I'm going to check into this. Thank you, Nancy, for the super sticker. I'm going to check into this, but I want to say that in my experience, just me, when I talk to biological mothers, there's a little bit of awkwardness or a little bit of, like it's awkward is all I can tell you. So it's not so easy to do in like 2 minutes. It's something you
Mm-hmm.
don't need to do in a reading,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but because they don't know how. I mean, anyway, biological mother Margaret Peggy Kimberly King. I mean, because this is a lot of secret stuff, right? I mean, she hasn't been
Right.
able to be in touch with you. She doesn't know. It's so weird over there because people keep their personalities, right? So that we can work through anything we need to with them. It's not like she's a higher ascended being at this point because then we wouldn't even
Right.
recognize them. Um,
Does she feel guilty? I feel like she feels,
yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. She's
Yeah.
kind of embarrassed and guilty,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
like her dirty, like your dirty underwear out in the, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. My mother used to say that. Yes.
and
Don't air your dirty linen for
yeah,
everyone to see.
that thing,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
Margaret, and this woman was, she was, her life was very societal. She was,
Uh,
she did the right things, and she tried to follow. She tried to stay in that lane, right?
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm.
it's kind of like she's okay. So here's what I would tell you. She sends her love. She loves you. She loved you from afar.
Mm-hmm.
Is what she is
Mm-hmm.
saying. I loved you from afar.
Yep.
She regrets giving you up. Honestly, she really
Sure.
regrets it. I feel like
Oh,
she had to.
wow. I got surrender denial. Oh, wow. Um, accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Wow. So she had to deny that she gave you away or that she had you or whatever it was because of the societal. Wow.
Right.
Woo.
And I don't think you're in chat, but when you
Uh-huh.
watch this, I think your mom, I think your biological mom, I think because she felt like she had to give you up to stay within society's very narrow idea
Narrow view.
of what's
Yeah,
right, then
that's
she
right.
lived her whole life like that because she felt like, well, I had to do that to be in this path, so I'm going to stay in this path. I'm not going to, I don't know. I hope that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like, it wasn't like
Yep.
um, I don't know. She loves you. She loved you from afar. Um,
Yeah.
a
But
big
there's
piece
some
of
guilt.
her
There's
heart
some
went
guilt.
with
Yeah.
you. Let's just put it that way. A big piece of her heart went with you.
I can't even imagine how difficult that is for women who have given birth to someone. But I don't find it to be necessarily a negative thing to give up a child if you can't take care of it.
Right.
But but I think it was a decision that wasn't really made by her. It was
That's
made
right.
by others. Yeah.
Society. She wants to.
Society.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. So Beth Knight mentions your beautiful artwork in the background. What's the blue, Susan Lynn? What's on the
Oh,
blue?
it's actually a turtle. I
Oh,
don't know. See
I
that?
remember that from another time. Okay. Oh, has it got the planet behind it, or is
No,
it?
it's
Okay.
it's like a planet in the middle, but it's really a
Okay.
turtle.
Okay. Oh, it brings out all the color there. It looks beautiful. Yeah, it really
Yeah,
does.
I'm sorry that I have to cut its little head off, but you guys.
Yeah. No, but
But
just
yeah,
the blue to
that's.
me is so peaceful. It's
I
so peaceful.
know, and
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see his little fins. But yeah,
His
in the
little
middle, it
fins.
does sort of look like the ocean,
It
or
does. Uh-huh.
planet, or the world. I'm not sure.
Right. It's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right, we have one more question for today. Those of you who I didn't get to today, I'm sorry, but we'll add them to the questions for next week. It's just that we're already about 22 minutes over our time, and we got some things to do today. I'm going to have some meatloaf with some potatoes.
And
Oh,
somebody asked about your cards too. Which cards are?
oh, oh, which ones, Beth? The coaching, I have the soul coaching cards from Denise Lynn. And you already know about the sacred earth because I've done that before. But the other
Another
one is
one.
the power of surrender
That's the
card.
one. That's the one I
Yeah,
haven't seen you use. I haven't seen it.
yeah, I like them. They're pretty nice. And yeah. Whoops. All right. Linda Walker just wants to know what's going on with the Havana syndrome.
Can you describe? Do we need to explain what the Havana syndrome is before people think that we have a new version of the C19?
Yeah. We probably. Yeah, I think we should. For those who don't know, it's isn't it energy waves or something that make people have headaches and they're vomiting and all kinds of stuff.
God
I
darn it!
think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and it's specifically like ambassadors or people in our
Right.
uh,
Big wigs in our government.
in
Right.
our in our governments and other places. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what it. That's why it's very specific. I forgot why Havana is involved in it, but
Makes
um,
them very sick. And Chris is right. A brain, it affects their brain. Yep.
yeah, they're giving me a headache. I hate that spirit. I don't need to do
Oh,
that right now. Okay, so the question is, who's behind the rash? Well,
yeah.
it's multiple who's. Of course, there's some of it is Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, Israel has been involved in this. Um,
Mm.
yes, Cuba, but what are they saying? Uh, I don't know what that is. It starts with a H, but I don't think it. Maybe they're trying to say Havana.
Mm.
It started in the U.S. Embassy in Havana. Okay, right. It
Okay.
started in
Yeah.
Cuba.
I
Um,
really. Yeah.
You know what's weird is honestly for China to own so much of America and to be so indebted to us because we buy all their stuff.
Right.
To do things to us that that I just don't understand. Why would you jack with the country that's basically keeping you afloat? But I know that China's involved in a lot of things like this. Russia, the usual suspects,
Yeah.
honestly. Add people like Israel, um, Saudi Arabia, anybody with a despot, any country with some kind of despot. Once there's even more
Yeah.
than this. It's
Hmm.
warfare. It's just warfare.
It is. It's terrorism.
It's
It's
power, Chris.
terrorism. Yeah. Yep. And what happened? Did you see that politician in England get stabbed to death by somebody
Yes.
yes.
And you know
Do
what?
we
That's
know
the
anything?
second one in England that I
Oh,
didn't even know. And somebody told me, who was it? Oh, this is a friend of mine. I tried to get him on YouTube because he's freaking amazing. But he
uh-huh.
said they're gonna hunt. He said they're gonna hunt politicians in the United States. And then right after that, I saw that thing in Britain. These people are crazy. This is what we had this conversation. When I say we, not us, but these 45ers
Elected.
have
Yeah.
created thousands of terrorists that are now going around doing whatever they're going to do, and they don't need a leader. It's like when they said you
Right.
can't cut the head off of ISIS. There is
Right.
no head of
There is no head. Right. Hmm.
everywhere now. They've created thousands of Frankensteins, and now these Frankensteins are loose, pillaging the country, and they can't control them anymore.
Right. Right.
But in
And
this
they don't
case,
care. They don't care if they get caught. They don't care if they get killed. They don't care.
no, they don't care.
And
They don't.
I think we're seeing that here in the United States as well. It'd be interesting to find if we found out that it was some of the militias here doing this, but I don't know that they're that tech savvy. But I may be 100% wrong. I don't know.
Well,
But
see, before they were going to that. You're
yeah, I
very
know.
used to it. They were going to, but now that Biden is in office,
Right.
we have just enough CIA and FBI that are busting them and not giving them
Right.
access to these weapons. Whereas
That's
the
right.
problem we're experiencing now is the governors are giving people access.
Yes,
right?
they are.
Governors are trying
Yes.
to take over.
Hmm. Yep.
It's we're in a pickle. You guys are in a pickle.
We are.
And it may get a little bumpy, but it's going to get better. We just have to know that it's going to get better, but it might get worse before it does.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, I see that very definitely. And really upsets me that people who have been targeted, such as Pence, say it was just a bad day in
Oh
January.
my God.
To me,
Yeah.
that is like absolute, I don't know,
Everybody
ass
builds a
smelling.
gallows and chants your name.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Uh-huh. Oh, Sherry's got something interesting to add to this. The Havana syndrome first appeared after Obama made moves with Cuba to back it up between U.S. and them. Started to our ambassadors. Okay. Wow. Did
But
not
now
know that, Sherry.
Russia's
Yeah,
using
thanks for
it.
sharing.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Sherry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything. Obama just, his presence pushed so many buttons on people.
It did.
Right?
It did. And the race card came right up, of course.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
race
Yeah.
card. And then he tried
Yeah.
to do nice things. Like he tried
I
to
know.
do nice relations with Cuba. Everything he tried to do came back and bit him in the butt.
It did. It
And
did.
because
And
of that, they're going to have to deal with Hillary.
Ooh, now
And
there's the way of looking.
Kamala.
Never underestimate a very pissed off woman, right?
And both of those women, Kamala Harris she is
Yeah.
not going to play. I know she's not doing much right now, but just watch out.
Watch the change, the metamorphosis. Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you so much. On a positive note, I hope everybody has a fabulous week and that you enjoy the fall. It's my favorite time of the year. It's raining here, but we'll get through it. And yes, go and get your flannels so next Sunday you can come and join us in our cozy little fireside chat, right?
I hope it's still 70 in Houston next weekend.
I know.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Allie, for
Uh,
having me on your channel every Sunday. Please come back and see us again. Leave your questions.
Absolutely. And don't
Allie's.
forget to check out Susan's afternoon show about the pet psychics.
Thank
Please.
you.
I
Thank you.
think you'll enjoy it. Yeah. Thank you.